Good morning, Gwen Fletcher here. I've been asked if I could show how to create the coating crystal technique but using the pearl tints by Cosmic Shimmer, so for this kind of effect. So I'm going to do a really quick techniques video just to show you how you can achieve this using pearl tints instead of crystal tints. You're going to need clear acetate, some tissue paper, preferably white, although you get interesting techniques if you introduce coloured tissue paper, your selection of pearl tints by Cosmic Shimmer, a spray bottle of water just for lightly misting, and a brush that has not too stiff but kind of splayed. This is what I call a soft stipple brush, so something that you can stipple through the pearl tints with. So that's my brush of choice, and you're just going to be able to wash that out with water, so it's not going to ruin it. So to start with, you're going to need to pop your acetate down, and I've chosen to use Majestic Teal, and this I'm just going to apply in random little squiggles onto the acetate. I would recommend starting with a piece of acetate larger than you'll need your finished piece to be, because your edges are never going to be neat and you'll be able to trim it back if you've got room to spare at the edges. Okay, so there's a little bit of the raining purple. I love teal and purple together. The tissue you want to just screw up into a ball and then open out again so that it's full of lots of lovely wrinkles, and this is what's going to give us our gorgeous texture. You can also enhance this by introducing glitter. I've got some of the Cosmic Shimmer glitter bits here. This one is Ocean Spray, which I thought would complement the colours I've got here quite nicely. So I'll get that ready to go. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to pounce through the pearl tints. You need to be generous with the pearl tints, okay, because you want to be able to press the tissue paper into them. You need to be able to soak the tissue and all those wrinkles be taken up into the pearl tints. So don't be skimpy with your product. That's the best advice I can give you, is to be generous. All right, I'm even going to add a little bit more to this because I want a really good level of squish. I want a bit more purple, I think. Let's pounce that in to our background. See, don't mix, don't over mix, because you'll lose the two distinct colours and you'll probably end up with mud. So not the best. Okay. Now, because I want to press my tissue into this, I am going to spritz now very gently, only a light mist, with some water, and it's just enough to loosen that pearl tint, because the pearl tints are more thick than the crystal tints. Then I'm going to sprinkle in my glitter bits. How fab is that? You won't see this really until the whole panel has dried, but then it will really sparkle through. Okay, so that's our pearl tints. Now take your tissue and pop that onto what's going to be the back, obviously, of this panel. Now, I don't like getting it all over my hands, so I get a piece of copy paper, and initially I use that to press it all in, but don't leave it too long because it'll stick to your paper instead of your acetate. Okay, and then if you wish, you can go back with your brush or with you know, a piece of kitchen paper screwed up, just to pounce this down. And if you find you've got any areas where the tissue's not really absorbing, all you need to do is wet it a little bit. So another quick spritz of water and push that down, and it will sort of help it just to soak up the pearl tints. Okay, but it's really something that you have to do by eye. Just don't over wet it. That's all I can say to you. So then you just leave that to dry. We'll have a quick look and see what we can see, if anything, on the front of it. So, oh, it's already looking quite pretty. Can you see the sparkle in there? There we have. When that's dry, that will come through a lot more, and you will begin to see the effect of the pearl tints. So I've got this panel here that I did with using just the Rain in Purple, actually, and some of the holographic glitter bits into that. So look how pretty. But you see what I mean about the edges? The edges are never going to be neat. So leave yourself room to trim that down or die cut it, whatever you want to do with it. And you can die cut from it, which I was pleasantly surprised about, because I wasn't sure that you would be able to, certainly not with an intricate die. But if you have a look at that, how intricate that sentiment is, and that came from a piece of my caught in pearl background. So that's lovely as well. And then if you want to incorporate that into a project, here I've cut it out with a square die, but you can just do that on your trimmer. It will also cut on the trimmer. But you can see all that lovely pearl shimmer and the little bits of sparkle glistening through. And the medallion on here has also been filled on the back with pearl tints. And if you caught my shows on Create and Craft with those, you'd have seen me do that. So I hope that's answered your question, and have a go and please share your creations. I've been Gwen. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.